If you're a chosen one, for sure you will be struggling in love, because the love that you came here to experience as the chosen one, as a divine soul, as someone with a higher purpose, is not the kind of romantic 3D type of love template. You're actually here to install the true New Earth template, the divine union template. So that's why the path of enlightenment, connecting to source, to God, to oneness, coming home to love. Because the love frequency is that enlightenment frequency, is the all that is frequency, is the God consciousness frequency. So your path is the path of love, true love, okay? Pure love, high vibrational love. So that's why chosen ones are very conflicted in their lives when it comes to love, relationship, family, how to do things the normal dating way. You're not looking for a husband. You're not looking for a wife. You're not looking for a man. You're not looking for a woman. You're not looking for a date. You're not looking for a fling. The 3D mind will tell you that, but actually in your heart, you know there is a destined being for you. Your partner, your divine partner, who is here to do this mission that you're here to do. Now, it doesn't mean that it's some spiritual, mission. I mean, it is all rooted in spirituality, but it can manifest in something very simple, very basic, or something very elaborate. But deep inside of you, you know that you're holding out and yearning, not even yearning, you just know it exists because you can feel it, okay? You can feel that there is something more to you. Same on how you can feel that there's a higher purpose, a higher mission, a higher calling to you. That includes the way you receive wealth, happy money, but also true love. You're meant to be reunited, okay, not united, reunited, meaning that you've done this before. You meant to reunited with this ancient love. This is far from that romantic, twin flames type of fantasy. This is something deep in you. You know that for you to be the energetic match for this person, to have them in your life, there is something, a process of cleansing, purification, awakening needs to take place. So that's why a lot of chosen ones, awakened ones, will have to go through this spiritual awakening, purification, reprogramming process and step into the purpose to be a true match of the divine union. Now, it can come in at different times, but the most compatible timeline is always when you are clean and clear and purged out all your karma, your karmic past, your 3D programmings and conditioning that you took on and thinking that is you. So that's why a lot of the times, chosen ones, the divine souls, will have to go through a lot of toxic type of relationship, dealings with crazy people, and I mean crazy, okay? I'm talking about psychopaths, sociopath, I'm talking about manipulative, dark cult leaders, okay, type of people, narcissistic, okay, you get the names. So that you can learn the lessons of the dark and the light. You have to learn the lesson that you are this beautiful, pure soul, but in this 3D, until you learn to protect your energy and step into your power, your purity will be contaminated, will be pushed around, will be distorted. So the lessons for a lot of you guys who are on this path right now, who can feel that love is such a weird, situation in your life, there is a lot of these programming you need to dissolve and you need to let go within you. And that includes the energies of feeling that you need someone to complete you. And why do I say that? It's because you're on the path of divine union. You're on the path of restoring love in the planet. You understand? That's why your heart chakra is the most important portal that is awakening right now. You're here to anchor love. And love comes from oneness and wholeness and integratedness. So if you are still out here operating from the 3D lower template of, I need a warm body next to me, I need this guy to do this to me or do this for me, and I need this girl to be this for me, like it's like a taking type of relationship. I need someone to feel whole and complete. You're not anchoring, okay, the love template. You're not doing your purpose. Okay, first of all, what you're doing is that you're adding into the distortion of separation. And you're treating people like they're separate from you, like, oh, I need you to complete me. So that's why your divine partner will not be in your frequency. They can literally be in the same room, but you will not see them because that you will not recognize them at all, because they cannot be visible in your field of true vision and energetic frequency if you are not aligned. So that's why the requirement for divine union, and I made a whole playlist on this, so you can check it in my description box. The requirement for divine union is you stepping into your purpose, fulfilling your soul's destiny, anchoring the love code, unlocking all your chakra, especially your heart chakra. And your heart chakra is the love for self, for source, and for all that is. And there's nothing about love for self when you abandon yourself and chase after that guy, that gal, that person, so that you don't feel lonely, so that you can have someone who pays for you, or someone who can make you look good, who boosts your status, a hot girl next to you, or whatever. You have to begin to recognize where you're still looking at love in a 3D objectification type of energy, and I'm talking for both men and women. Okay, why you look, and the reason why you look at it as such, it comes from a deep anxiety, fear, incompleteness, not enoughness. Because actually, when you vibrate higher in a consciousness level, you will realize that you don't need relationships. So a lot of people will go into the celibacy energy because it's actually required. I can talk more about this in a separate video. Comment below divine union if you want me to add to this series, because there's so much that a lot of people don't know about when it comes to the purification of the energetic bodies. Because you are meant for your divine match, and your divine counterpart is meant to co-create. It's like, that DNA, code. You're meant to intertwine because your path is already been set. Your path has already been meant to co-create this third energy together. Okay, it's like the two circles. Okay, I talked about it in a video in my Divine Union playlist. Like I said, I'll link it in the description. This is a very sacred journey. It's your awakening journey, and most people mistaken it as a romantic love journey. Boy meets girl, okay? Girl kiss boy, boy whatever girl, okay? It's not like that. It's a journey to wholeness and fullness and completeness. And only until you understand what this journey is about, the journey that you're on right now. So if the words divine union and ancient love is clicking, is awakening something in you, because you're destined for that. And if you're destined for that, everything else will have to fly away, because you're not here to be like, let me go on a dating app and see, well, out of these, how many candidates, I'm going to pick one who's the most compatible with me and call it a life and pop out some kids or whatever. That's not your path. You can try, maybe you have tried, and it's not your path. Your path is to anchor the love codes, the light codes, the awakening codes, the remembrance codes on this planet. And one of the ways, okay, that we're doing it in the new earth is to restore the divine love template. Because love has been distorted in the 3D world for far too long, just like abundance and prosperity, right? And I have to make a separate video on that. So if you want me to talk about money, let me know down below. Type money. This is why a lot of light workers, a lot of people with big purpose been conditioned to think money is bad, money is the evil, while all the money goes into the hand of the crazy, sociopathic, psychopathic type of people, as you probably might have heard in the recent news or whatever. It's all coming out because you have been prepared to look at everything that you've been fed differently. Nothing is, nothing is the way it seems in this 3D. You have to restore the codes. You're here to restore the codes, restore the knowledge, restore the wisdom, restore the template. And you don't do it outwards, you do it within. That's why the purification has to happen, the celibacy has to happen, the selectivity has to happen. That's why a lot of people who are on this journey will come home to realizing how precious their energy is. Maybe your energy was something that you freely gave away. You gave your time, your listening ear, your open heart, your home, your money to people, and then you realize that, oh my God, there's no reciprocation. And not only that, it's even worse, And the reason is you need to learn that yes, you hold something so pure and you're meant to give it freely, but you actually need to have that discernment on when that energy is being sucked and taken. You're never, I'm going to repeat, you're never meant to deal with people who take from you. So if you are dealing with anyone, if you sense that someone wants to take from you, and I mean in any sense, take your energy, take your time, take your youth, take your money, take advantage of your goodness, you can sense that, right? So that's why part of the restoration, the restoration process has to do with unlocking the master key, which is your chakra system. And one of the most important things for you to realize is that when you begin to work through all your chakra points, you will restore the codes of security within, your sacred sexuality, your creativity, your sense of power, your sense of wholeness, your love, speaking your truth. That's why we have to open up each of these chakra points, moving to our intuition, our third eye, able to discern. Because a lot of the beautiful earth angels, the chosen ones, the people who know that they came here for a divine purpose, not to, whatever, like drink, smoke, do all these things. Like it just, you're here for something more, like a bigger mission of anchoring the codes. You typically will look at life in a very beautiful, love, light, empathic, understanding way, because you're a freaking angel. Okay? You have the biggest heart. You want to give, you want to share, you want to, here, take. Okay? But the thing is, you're also blinded, from seeing the darker side of the world and how to balance that energy. So a lot of the time you can be feeling like you're taking advantage of. A lot of the times you can feel like, oh man, I wish I was more, vicious or more selfish or more so that I would be in a better place. But the thing is, your soul won't let you be crazy like that. But your soul does want you to integrate the codes of darkness and light. Just like the yin and the yang, you need to see the darkness and you need to see the light, and then you need to balance those energies within you. So we're not going to talk about that. I can go deeper. Like I said, if you want me to talk more about how to actually integrate your divine union, your yin-yang, inner harmony, inner union codes, comment below divine union, and I'll make more of that for you. When you open up your crown, what happens is that you become a sovereign being. You're no longer being able to be manipulated in the 3D matrix of people telling you this is bad. You need a man, you need a woman, you need for this purpose. We do need each other, but not in the desperate way. We're here collectively working together to restore the codes. So that's why your path to divine union will leave you with a lot of question marks in your love life, in your romantic life. And you're like, maybe I should listen to these people on how to get a high value man, how to get a high value woman. And you see even the wordings, make them obsessed with you, how to, whatever. Like, it's all of these manipulative tactics. You see it? This is not love. Why would you want to manipulate someone and distort their field into loving you? That's not love. True love is magnetization. And you have to have trust in your magnetism. So that's why the path that you're going to go on is the path of restoring your natural magnetism. That's why the work of authenticity, purification is important. The work of stepping into your power, activating your light codes, your light body is important. Okay, I have a one-on-one sessions that is about awakening your light codes. If that interests you, link is down below. It's a very powerful activation session. Tapping in to the core of your wounds, because every single one of us, we have certain core wounds that are meant to be healed, freed, activated, released before we are in union with our divine counterpart. Because the relationship that you're in, the union that you're in, is meant to glorify the kingdom of heaven. It's meant to expand the new earth consciousness. It's meant to allow people to remember the codes of what true love is. So that is why you have to purify all these lower densities and all these messed up conditioning and traumas that you have inherited from your bloodline. The path of clearing traumas, healing the burdens that were placed onto you, and forgiveness is huge. That's why ancestral work, ancestral healing, family healing is huge on this path. So until you're ready to face it and stop avoiding it, like, oh, it doesn't exist, la 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 la. I go on Tinder, I go on Bumble, I go on Grindr, I go on whatever the apps are, right? To get, okay? I want you to connect with this, the frequency of this, like get and take. It's just not it, okay? Your divine union is like godly ordained. Your divine union is already set, okay? It's beyond time and space. But the condition for true union is purification, is alignment, is sovereignty. So that's why you need to become whole, okay? The symbol for divine union, one whole circle coming together with another whole circle. You're not merging, okay, as one. You are coming together as two whole energies and creating that third energy. And that is when you're bringing forth heaven on earth. That's how you're meant to restore the messed up codings of this matrix. That is your mission, okay? So your path to approaching love is going to look different from now on. You're going to have, if not already, an increased interest on understanding the mechanics of divine union. And if that's you, make sure you stay alert or in touch with this channel. You can hit the subscribe button and or watch my playlist down below, because I'm going to bring more of this information, channel more of this, because more divine unions are happening, because the new earth is alive. And the new earth can only be sustained in the love frequency, the true pure love frequency. So that's why more, okay, divine partners are finding each other through frequency, through purpose, okay? Because you're meant to have align purpose. Okay, your counterpart and you share the same purpose. It might look a little bit different, but it's the same purpose. Okay, when you're dealing with another type of person that is not your true divine match, you're gonna feel into compromise. I need to give up this to be with you. I need to give up my job to be with you. I need to do this to be with you. When you're with your true divine partner, there's no compromise. That doesn't mean that you won't have things to work out as a couple. That doesn't mean that. It just means that your path is just so perfectly designed. Like all your flaws, they don't see it as flaw. It's like, this is great. I don't mind it. Maybe you're a workaholic, or you're so, not even workaholic, you're so purpose-aholic. And you're like, I'm so passionate about this, and I want to, give the people all this information and all this healing all day, every day. And then you're like, oh my gosh, what if I'm not, I do it too much. Your partner is going to love that about you, and they're going to support you. They're meant to expand that with you. Okay? You're meant to be with someone who's meant to expand your kingdom, expand your inheritance, expand your frequency. So if you're dealing with anyone right now or in the past who doesn't feel expansive, it feels like constricting or restrictive. Like, I want to do this. No, come back. I have this vision. Come back to reality. This is something I love for you to take a look at, and that doesn't mean that you cannot talk it out and work it out with the person. But a lot of the people who are on this divine union path, there's no compromise. That there is that one frequency because you have been shown. This is a really big sign, and I'll make separate videos on the signs that if you're in a divine union path, is that one of the signs I'll share with you is that you have been shown already. You have felt that person's frequency and energy before you even meet them. It's been communicating to you. Like, they're there. Okay? Because they've always been there in frequency. But until you become the energetic match, it's not gonna come into fruition. And the focus is not to come in to that, really. The purpose is to work on yourself and come into inner union within yourself. Stop fighting the left and right within you. Stop fighting the feminine, masculine, divine parts within you. Stop fighting your nature. Stop fighting your truth. Who you're here to be, what you're here to do, what you actually stand for. So when we begin to speak our truth, being in our sovereignty, the way we approach love, the way we awaken and surrender to our divine union path is going to be completely different. A higher heart awakening is going to occur, and your higher heart is the code to your divine union. Because no longer you're operating in a selfish, love take kind of way, or I want love for validation kind of way. You're stepping into the pure frequency of love as the most pure frequency on this earth. Okay, your Christ consciousness, your Sophia codes. So your higher heart will awaken on this divine union path. I have a 1 hour and 45 minutes around energy activation to awaken the higher heart. So if you're on this journey, take a look at that energy activation, listen to it, and really feel the shift that occurs within you. You're going to feel this immense peace of oneness and wholeness, and that is the foundation, the code, the anchoring to open up all the alignments that are meant to be in your life. You're not here to settle. You're not here to want to continue to belong in the matrix. You're here to shift that. You're here to help people shift out of it by helping you shift out of it, by looking at love in a whole new different template. That's exactly what you're here to restore on this planet. Let me know if you resonate with this. Give me a like. let me know down below if you want to see more of it. Subscribe to the channel because we're gonna be channeling a lot more informations coming through. This is Tina Wong. I love you so much, and here's another video on divine union for you.